Alright, welcome back to the Universe of Korede. My name is Korede. Today's video is going to be a review of a video by Kelly Stamps that is about her flying to Japan to get some ramen. So just be a reaction, review, just my thoughts on the video, see what it's like. So I lived in Japan for 6 months and I've been there another 2 times, hanging out with friends, just generally exploring different parts of Japan. So it'll be interesting to see somebody else's view of going to Japan and seeing what they think of it. So let's see what the video has to say for itself. Let's go.
Konnichiwa. Hello everybody, this is Kelly Stamps, and today I decided to travel to Japan by myself. Yes, this was an arbitrary decision, but that's because I recognize that this earth is not my home. Heaven is! So while I'm here for this short time, my only goals are to be iconic, rich, meshy, well-traveled, well-fed, and keep spreading my light and joy, which sometimes is considered problematic. But that's because we live in a world driven by fear. I do not stand for that. Go out there and go after what you want. God is protecting you.
Hi guys, it's Kelly Stamps. I'm en route to Haneda Airport. I bought the entire row, just so thank you. Just so no one can sit next to me, as you can see. Thank you. Thank you. My friend Rhea, the flight attendant, is showing. Get your money up, guys.
Okay, so it looks like from what she said, she got the flight attendant to help her do that part of the recording. I don't know if people do this. I don't understand how flight attendants have time to record on behalf of a passenger. I think that's a joke, but if it's not, that's really interesting. I would never have the audacity to say, oh, you're just in the middle of your job serving all the passengers that are going to be on the plane. Can you just record me for a little bit while I do an intro to my YouTube video? Alright, so she's flying to LAX, so Los Angeles to Tokyo, Haneda. So there are 2 main airports in Tokyo, Haneda and Narita. Narita is the one I think that has the better connections in terms of getting into central Tokyo, but both of them are quite good in terms of getting into central Tokyo and getting from Tokyo to other parts of Japan. But yeah, those are the 2 main airports, Haneda and Narita.
I officially made it through customs. That actually was very simple. Like, everything is done online. I mean, you should do it online before you get here, but there's an app called like Fly Japan Web, and you just update your vaccination info, or if you're not vaccinated, you take a test, you upload it there. That was very simple. Customs took me, I think, less than 15 minutes. I went over here to the currency exchange and handed over some cash. This is actually not.
When I lived in Japan at that point in time was quite a cash heavy society, but Japan is still meant to be quite cash heavy in terms of that's how a lot of transactions are done. I do remember paying in card the last time I went, but it is always good to have some cash whenever you travel in the local currency, just in case. I've been tripped up a few times not having cash when I've traveled, so it's always good to have some spare cash. But a lot of countries, both higher income and lower income countries, do have means to pay by card. So yeah, I think it's good to have some cash, but just go and do your research on the country before you go there. But for Japan, having cash is a good thing, but you can also use cards a lot of the time.
$10,000, I wish. So you just imagine the decimal in front of the 2 zeros there. So this is $100. I think this will be enough. These are the coins. Now I'm gonna go take a taxi to my hotel. I think I'm just gonna raw dog it and not get Wi-Fi here. I think I'd rather just figure it out. It's just kind of the fun.
So Wi-Fi is actually really good in Japan from my experience. Especially on the subway. You get a lot of free Wi-Fi on the subway. She's chosen to get a taxi from Haneda to Shinjuku. Shinjuku is a very popular area in Tokyo. Lots to do, lots of entertainment there. It's got a very young vibe to it as well. We're talking teens, 20s, but you can get some like 30s plus year olds there as well. But expect to see a lot of young looking people in that part of Tokyo because that's what it attracts. And foreigners as well, so people who've come from overseas. So it'll be interesting to see what she thinks of Shinjuku, if this is her first time going to Shinjuku and going to Japan. But again, Japan has a lot of good Wi-Fi, so you can often hop on free Wi-Fi from time to time. But if you can get a local SIM or eSIM, that's also something to do in terms of being able to have access to internet when you arrive.
And the beauty in being a traveler. Okay, I think I have an app. 1 second.
I've never been in a car where the driver is on the right.
Hold on.
運転手が正しい車に乗ったことがない。
That's interesting. So she's using an app to translate between and that's really interesting. So I'm from the UK. So Japan is interesting in that it chose different kind of parts of different countries for its development systems when it developed economically, politically. So they drive on the left just as we do in the UK. Yeah, we drive on the left in the UK. Unlike the right in the USA, Japan has picked from different countries in terms of how it developed its country. Why it picked to drive on the left instead of the right, I'm not sure. But I think maybe that's something that I could do some research into, because I found that fascinating when I lived there, because it made it very easy to adapt to Japan, because I didn't have to look in a different direction when I was crossing the road, because it's just the same as the UK in terms of, I think you look right first, then you look left. Whereas you go to the States and then that's when it's all backwards to me, whereas it's all backwards to people from the States. So yeah, that's an interesting observation from Kelly.
Guys, we're driving and I made a friend here. There was a Yoshinoya back there.
When I lived in Japan, I discovered Yoshinoya, and Yoshinoya is one of my favorite places to go to in terms of restaurants in Japan. I mean, for one, it's relatively inexpensive, and you can get gyudon, and I love gyudon. So gyudon is a rice bowl with sliced beef on top, and the beef is so delicious. Just thinking about it now, I'm getting hungry and I would love to have some gyudon. So every time I go to Japan, Yoshinoya, and there's another one, what's that? Sukiya, that's the other one. Those are the two places that do some really good and relatively inexpensive gyudon. But they also do other things aside from gyudon. I think like oyakodon, so that's egg on top of rice with chicken, and a bunch of other type of rice bowl dishes. So yeah, those are two places I love in Japan. So shout out to that. And I think they have it in the States as well. So I don't know, I think it first started in Japan, then it moved to the US. But you'll see a lot of them in Tokyo, which I love, because you can almost find it on every street corner, and it's very useful. And they open usually quite late as well.
Beef bowl, teriyaki bowl.
Incorrect. That is not a thing. Teriyaki bowls are not a thing in Japan. That's something we don't made up.
And the people are so pretty and polite. Japanese coins. Okay. Entering the hotel. I love filming this in real time because I'm honestly figuring out everything as I go. And I decided to not be chicken. I didn't buy a SIM card. I didn't buy Wi-Fi. I'm just going for it. And I'm gonna just walk around and just figure it out. And I have Google Maps offline, so I can see where I'm going. I just don't have, access to every little thing. Please insert the room key. Oh, insert.
So this looks like a pretty standard Japanese hotel room. They're not necessarily the biggest, but they'll generally be quite cozy, clean. Let's see if they've got the slippers. So usually they'll give you the slippers in the hotel rooms. They'll also give you, or at least I did, some kind of pajamas. So let's see what is in her hotel room.
We made it! It has been a very long journey. 12 hours, 15 minutes later, here we are. The flight actually wasn't bad. It didn't feel terribly long. Plus, a good movie, great service goes a long way. So I'm greeted with pajamas, which is really nice.
Ding, 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 pajamas. I said that. But they're very Japanese-esque. They'll sometimes have the belt that goes around the waist. So let's see if these ones have the belt that go around the waist. They almost look like a karate gi, so a karate uniform.
Because I don't have, are these long pants? Yep, they're long pants. I was gonna say I don't have enough like warm type of pajamas. What's going on out here? Nice. Love the view of this wall. Was not expecting that. But hey, you know, some people don't have a wall, I guess. Okay.
Very scenic room. Very scenic room.
The view sucks. I'll do better at the next hotel, hopefully. And this is their little bathroom. Where's the light? Oh.
So Japanese bathrooms are usually really cool in terms of they have the heated toilets. So the heated toilets, the toilet seat can actually heat up, which in the winter time is an absolute delight for one's backside, because who likes to sit down on a cold toilet in the winter? So that's one thing that's great about them. They've also got often the inbuilt bidet, and then the showers can talk to you, letting you know what the temperature is. So let's see what hers has.
Oh, how neat. It's a small, compact bathroom, but it does the job. Everything you need is right here. There's the toilet. They have some free toiletries downstairs as well, in case you forgot anything. Guys, I'm in Japan. I'm still processing. It's a weird feeling to describe, realizing that you're in a different country. It's a good feeling. It's just this, not like fish out of water. I don't feel like stupid being here. I don't feel like I don't know what I'm doing. It's pretty straightforward reading a map. It's just, you know, sonder. That's the word I'm looking for. When I was in the car, in the taxi, I kept like telling the guy all these jokes over Papago, the app, which is like a translating app. And I was like, I saw Yoshinoya, it's a big deal because I went there with my dad growing up and it gave me IBS. I'm just telling him all this stuff. And I'm like, it shaped me who I am today. But it's like, if that's my story, imagine everyone else's story out there. So on the plane, Delta gave us slippers and I thought that was so cute. Oh, so kawaii. Did I just speak Japanese? I'm not really here right now. My body's here, but I am already in bed. This is the outfit for my walk to go find a Family Mart or a 7-Eleven just so I can go get a hot dog, just something. You know, I'm well fed from my Delta flight, but I feel like I just need something before I go to sleep. But I really don't. I'll be fine if I go to bed. But I can't help it. I'm in Japan. I want to go outside and explore, but I'm not going to explore for too long because I'm delirious. I'm going to go on a brisk walk. And again,
it's a good thing to do, especially but if you can't sleep, you might as well go and explore. I remember sometimes, just because I was busy and I still had a lot of adrenaline from the day, I wouldn't be able to sleep and it'd be 2, 3 a.m. in the morning and I'll just look out over the city and take in Japan at the early hours of the morning. So yeah, and Japan's relatively safe, both for men and women. So yeah, it's a good thing to just explore. Vending machines is I'm going to do another video on vending machines. Let's see if she sees any vending machines, because they always blow my mind how many vending machines they have and the variety of things in their vending machines.
I'm gonna go on a brisk walk. And again, I don't have Wi-Fi, so I'm just gonna go get lost and find my way back real quick. It'll be fun. We're having fun. Even the vending machines are cute.
Vending machines, literally the first thing she talks about when she goes and explores Japan's vending machines. It's like, the thing is, the amount of electricity they must use for the vending machines is got to be staggering. Or do they not use that much electricity? I need to research that because I find that fascinating. But they're so convenient, especially say if it's late at night, everywhere else is closed. You can go to a vending machine somewhere nearby and get almost everything you need. So yeah, I love it. Love their vending machines.
This looks like a convenience store. You can get some stuff. It's like a quick takeaway place. This area is very clean and beautiful. There's a massage place.
Yeah, some of this is really blurry, so apologies. Yeah, it's just a video. Maybe getting the gimbal might be useful for you, Kelly, if you're doing vlogs, because this is a bit hard to watch. My eyes are just kind of going starry and blurry watching the Justry pictures. This is why I don't like doing vlogs anymore, because this is a normal thing that happens when you try to do a vlog but you don't have a gimbal. You're gonna get a lot of shaky cam footage, which can be a bit difficult to watch. So apologies for that, folks.
Alright, I decided I'm gonna come in here and get ramen. I'm nervous. This is my first official interaction going into a restaurant. I like the look of the Yokohama Lake ramen. Looks like there's a difference if you have it with this, but it looks like it's only $7.46. I guess the rule at the end is that you just take your decimal and you just put it here.
You know, of all the other things I could...
Alright, so I speak Japanese and I can read Japanese, so there's a good amount of that I can actually read. What is this like for people who can't read Japanese? Like, how do you navigate this? I guess you can just try to speak to the people in English or use an app if you've got Wi-Fi. But I don't know, I would just be really frustrated. When I was in Seoul last year, I don't speak that much Korean. I can read a bit of it. I had to use, there was always Wi-Fi when I went to restaurants. I would always use the Wi-Fi to translate what the words were or what the food was. So that was really helpful. But let's see the rest of the video. Let's see if Kelly does something like that, or she just knows for some reason or other how to order her food. But yeah, it's really impressive.
The other things I could have raved about as a tourist in Tokyo, all I can think about is how delicious this ramen is. Don't be fooled by its simple appearance. This was absolutely divine. And unlike the US, ramen is not a novelty here, so this is only $7.91. And you don't have to leave a tip at all. And the server ended up becoming my acquaintance, and he followed me on YouTube and Instagram. Hi, Jen. I love you. Oishi! That's my new favorite word. My lover, Jen. Hello, Jen. At the restaurant I just went to, who I'm in love with, taught me a new word. It's oishi. I said, how do you say, like, oh, so cute, I'm in love? Like,
yeah, so oishi means delicious. Oishi, I'll put the kanji and hiragana up so you can see oishi. But yeah, it just means delicious. What's the other ones that they use? Umai. Umai is one that is probably used more, especially by younger generation. They say umai, umai, which means delicious. Slowly, oishi, oishi, umai. Umai. There you go, you've learned a Japanese word for the day. Umai also means to be good at something. So if you are playing sports with people, so I remember when I was first arrived in Tokyo and I was working in the community center or volunteering in the community center, we played some baseball indoors and they threw the ball at me, you know, they were fielding, whatever you call it, pitching, there you go. And I hit the ball and I hit it hard and it went straight back at them. And because I didn't get struck out, they thought I was really good. So they said, oh, umai. The other one that can be used for umai is jozu, jozu.
Say like, oh, so cute, I'm in love. Like, oh, I love. He's like, oishi. I said, oishi. I still haven't even slept yet. I look crazy. Of course, I just didn't look cute at all. I'm mad that I didn't come with my contacts and everything. But again, prescription expired. My eye doctor appointment is literally the day that I get back. So take this as a warm-up, Japan. You're not...
As a fellow glasses wearer, I feel your pain. Now I always have to try to get my contacts updated as much as possible. So once I get to say 1 or 2 weeks left, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, that's when I'll go and get a refill of my contact lenses, because I frankly hate wearing glasses. They're annoying. They're annoying. Might look into LASIK, laser eye surgery.
I'm even ready for the real me when I'm all done up. I'm sitting here looking like, I don't know, Casper Friendly Ghost. I just don't feel hot right now, but I did also just get off the plane. So I'm impressed that I have game, because you know what I just realized? Humor is universal. I have serenaded 2 people so far on this trip with my humor. 2! And the guy, he wanted to keep talking to me. He totally wanted to keep talking. He came back to the table again and just kind of like touched the table and hung out. He had other people that, I'm enough. Okay, let me not get too ahead of myself. You guys are invited to the wedding.
That's the end of the video. First of all, respect to Kelly Stamps for traveling to Japan by herself. I think solo travel is something that can be very rewarding, but it can be very challenging. Going all the way from the States, LA, to Japan on a 12-hour flight, doing that all by herself, and then gonna spend an extended period of time, however long she spends in Japan, and navigating that by herself. It's a very challenging thing to do. Not that I'm a woman, but especially as a woman, and especially as a black woman, I think it's a it's impressive to see her do that. So shout out to Kelly for doing that. I think it's good to fulfill your dreams and try to explore the world. I think Japan is one of the safer places to do that in compared to some other countries, but there are dangers everywhere in this world. So respect for the courage to do that. I'm sure she enjoyed the trip. It looked like she was enjoying it so far. I'll maybe watch the next one in the series as well. But to give this one a review, I would give this video a 7.5 out of 10. I think the shaky cam was a little jarring, but again, I've been there. You can go back and look at some of my other old videos when I did used to do travel vlogging, which I have no intention of ever doing ever again. And I did a lot of shaky cam as well. It's disorientating for the viewer. It's disorientating for the recorder. That's what happens when you travel solo and you don't have someone to record for you. You get shaky cam. Or you get the gimbal, but again, any number of reasons why she didn't have that. So that's why it's getting a bit of a low score. But to see her excitement about Japan, I think it's good. I was not that excited when I was in Japan, but that's just because it's my personality. I have a tendency to more internalize it and analyze the situation as opposed to being excited and giddy. Not that I didn't enjoy my time in Japan. Love it. I wouldn't have been there and stayed for 6 months and gone another 2 times after that and have all the Japanese friends that I have if I didn't enjoy it. But I don't necessarily show my joy as much. So shout out to Kelly for being her unfiltered self, I guess. Yeah, so good video, 7.5 out of 10. Look forward to watching the next one. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Any other things that you'd like to see me review, let me know. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate the watching and the viewing, and catch you in the next one. Peace.